This is an excerpt from a book called This Book is Full of Spiders by Jason Pargin, I'm not sure. They laughed. They laughed when I stocked up on canned goods. They laughed when I stocked up on ammunition. They laughed when I said the storm clouds were gathering. Same as they laughed at Noah. And as with Noah, they come clawing at my door as the flood rolls in. Sorry, this is why I am building my ark while you were doing drugs and watching reality TV. I appreciate all the prayers and expressions of concern from you over the last week. For those of you who don't know, I live not 3 miles outside of Outbreak Ground Zero in undisclosed location. But we are safe because we are prepared. We have food to last a year. We have water from our own well. We have fuel to last 3 years. We have guns, and everyone in our family is trained to use them. On the day of the outbreak, one of my son's friends, the musician, druggy friends, and his little girlfriend came by. You can picture him even without my description. Long hair, covered in tattoos, track marks on his arms, showing early signs of HIV infection. A pro-atheism bumper sticker on his car. He wanted to shack up with us, eat our food, drink our water, sleep under our protection while the pestilence and depravity ran rampant outside. I pulled him aside by a scrawny arm and said, "What can you do?" He looks at me with that slack-jawed look and says, "What do you mean, dude?" I mean, what can you do? Can you shoot a rifle accurately at 50 yards? Do you know how to gut an animal or make fishing net or clean what you catch? Can you fertilize or garden or purify water? Can you repair a small engine or even gap and change a spark plug? Can you wire an electric outlet? Repair a roof when it leaks? Set a broken bone? Can you make your own clothes? Field strip and clean a rifle? Reload ammunition from spent brass? Disinfect and sew shut a wound? Of course he said he didn't know how to do all these things. He had spent his life playing video games and doing drugs and had probably fathered 5 welfare babies, demanding the whole time that I pay for their health care. When a pipe leaks, he calls the landlord at best, or more likely, just lets it leak. Let the next tenant found out and the floorboards have rotten away and every wall is covered with mold. His little girlfriend would be the type to cry about rights for animals because she thinks meat grows in the grocery store display counter, smoking pot and spitting on our soldiers when they return home from fighting terrorists because she lives obliviously in a little cocoon built from our blood, sweat, and tears. I said to him, imagine there's a meteor coming to destroy the world, but some rich men have pooled their resources and built a big rocket ship to get people off the planet. They don't have room for everybody. But you want a seat in that ship. Now you're having a seat means somebody else doesn't get one. Space is limited, food is limited. What would you tell the man standing at the door? What case would you make for getting a seat on that wrecking ship at the expense of another person? What can you offer that would justify the food you would eat and the water you would drink and the medicine you would use? He said to me, I don't know, dude. I don't see no spaceship here. And I said, what you didn't realize was that we were always in that situation. Only the spaceship is planet Earth. And your creator built it for you. And you had your whole life to make your case for why you should be allowed to stay. Instead, you did drugs and played video games and collected welfare. Well, this ship is taking off without you. That boy walked away without a word. Maybe I'll see him and his little girlfriend again out among the diseased and starving, running from the riots and chaos. And I will say, you had your chance. All your life, those crazy preachers were trying to tell you that the day of reckoning was coming and you chose to ignore it. Now it's too late. This is the way it should be. There are 2 kinds of people in this world, producers and parasites. When a society gets too many parasites, we need a disaster. The tsunami, the earthquake, the war, the flood, the disease to wash away the garbage. Rinse the safety nets of the slugs that use them as a hammock. Let them fall into the fire so that the strong and the faithful and the capable will be left behind to rebuild and renew humanity. That day has come. They laughed at me when I stocked up on fuel, food, and ammunition. Who's laughing now?